All right. Well, welcome tonight to our TMBTMEDIA Instagram series live tonight. We have Anton Woodberry from Orangeburg, South Carolina. And Anton, can you hear me, brother?
Yes, sir.
Good. How's everything going, man? How you holding up during these trying times with the pandemic and everything going on in the world, man? How you doing down there?
I'm fine. I'm just focusing on my basketball skills, trying to hone everything, working on my cardio, and just trying to keep myself in shape.
Good, man. We know it's kind of tough. We know some of our guys can get the gyms, some can't get the gyms, so it's tough for those guys that can't. I think you told me earlier that you weren't able to. You guys, gyms haven't been open, outdoor courts. What have you been doing to maintain your focus and to keep up your routine? What do you normally do?
When I go in the mornings, I'll go jogging like 5-10 miles, keep my cardio up, and then I'll go to the outside basketball court that's around the corner from my house to play some pickup games just to keep myself and my skills up. And then I'll go home, wash, and give me a good night's rest.
Good, man. We hope you're staying out of the way, doing what the government says to do to social distance and to wear your mask when you do have to go out. We hope you're doing like we tell all of our guys, man. We hope you guys are maintaining focus, man. Talk to me a little bit about growing up in Orangeburg, South Carolina, where you grew up. Talk to us about your career, going back to high school and then up to now as a pro, and how you came to join our TMBT family.
Growing up in Orangeburg, it was really, all I did was go to school and went home, go to school. My mom really didn't have me into sports until 7th grade. I played football, but I understood that football wasn't something that I liked doing. So, and when I got to high school, it was the first time I played basketball, was 9th grade, and I got picked to play on the B team in 9th grade. We only had 3 games, so I don't really consider it a season. Then 10th grade, I played JV. 11th grade, I played part of varsity at Orangeburg High School, and then my mom transferred me to a different school because she didn't like the coaching staff there. And I played my senior year at Johnsonville High School. I led the team in scoring. I broke the school rebound record, 22 a game. I was 20, I think, in the top 20 of scoring. I led in blocks, and I was, I think, first and second in rebounds.
Okay.
And then I attended South Carolina State, and I was planning on trying out, but I went to the WAP one day, and someone asked me did I want to play basketball overseas, and he gave me an overseas company named the Team Bennett Agency, but I never played under them. And then I found your overseas team company, and you treat me with so much hospitality and respect as a man. So I feel like this is the best. The Milton Bell Agency is the best team for me to play under, and I'm just happy to be a part of this family. I'm happy to be a part of this family.
Well, we're happy to have you, young fella. We're honored anytime someone chooses our family to be a part of and ask us to help with their pro career. We're honored. We're honored, man. I heard you say, sounds like you did a lot of work. You put in a lot of work as a young man in South Carolina, as a young man in high school. Talk to me a little bit about your upbringing, maintaining focus in Orangeburg, South Carolina. You're from the South like I am. What does it take for those young men that may be listening from the South, small town, what was it that kept you focused? Who was it? Was it a parent or a brother, or was it just you maintaining focus by yourself? What made you stay on path, stay on course to make it to want to be a pro?
Just my entire family, my entire support system. They give me the strength to keep going. They push me every time. They've been to every game I played. They supported me through thick and thin, and they're the reason why I want to continue my basketball career, because I want to play the game that I love, but I also would like to give back to those who gave to me. So they the real reason why I continue to play the sport of basketball. They give me hope, and they give me the strength to continue and the passion to work every day and get myself better so that I may continue my basketball career professionally.
Yeah, that's big, man, to be such a young age, but know that you have a family that has your back. That's most people don't realize that until they're a little bit older than you. So for you to realize it at such a young age, that's truly a blessing, man. That's why we say it's an honor for us to have you aboard our family. Talk to us a little bit about who you are. What do you like to do? So of course, we all trapped in the house. Not trapped in the house, but we all have been advised to stay at home. What do you do? What does Anton Woodberry like to do? The person outside of basketball, what do you do? You play video games? You on the computer? What are you doing during the day when you're not at the gym?
I like to play the video game. I like to play Fortnite and 2K with my friends. And then I like to take walks, like little nature walks, or just be to myself and listen to music. And sometimes I meditate when I feel like I'm unbalanced.
Good.
And that's about it.
Good, man. That's I heard you mention meditation. Meditation for me is very important. Something that I have been doing since I was a young guy. It really helps. It really does. It's one of those things that you don't really understand it when you're a young man. You learn what it means and what it you learn what its value is the older you get, and you have time to slow down and understand what life is about and what's important, and it gives you a chance to think about it. When you watch, before our season was cut short, the NBA season and the overseas season, who's your basketball team? What team do you like in basketball?
I really don't have a favorite team. I just have certain favorite players that I like to watch and mold my game after, like James Harden and Kevin Durant.
Who do you like to? You're a LeBron fan? You're a Kobe fan? I always have to ask my guys this because you guys are younger than me, of course, and I like to know who you guys like. You're LeBron, Kobe, or Michael Jordan fan? Or neither?
I'm a LeBron fan.
LeBron fan, okay, all right.
I respect all their games, but I'm a fan of LeBron. That's the first person I started watching.
Right. Okay. Speaking of which, talk to me a little bit about yourself and what it is you like to do on the court. What is it that you? What would you say are a few things that you do well?
I can handle the ball for my size, being 6'6", 6'5" and a half. I can handle the ball well. I can shoot. I can shoot very well. I can defend well. I can defend the rim well. So that's like a little bit of my game. I favor James Harden a lot. I try to get to the foul line as much as I can. I can facilitate a team well.
Okay, all right. Now I would we have to ask because of course nobody's perfect as a basketball player. I asked you what were some of the things you do well on the court. What would you say are some of the things that you don't do well that you need to improve on?
When I'm under deep under pressure, I'll tend to turn the ball over, or if I'm like, I'll shoot like 4 threes. I settle for threes instead of going to the basket.
Okay.
So I need to work on driving to the paint more.
Okay. All right. What and overall, as a player, what do you think that you have been told, or what do you feel like you bring to a team? What makes what are your assets? What do you bring to a team? What do you add?
I can space the floor for my size. I can play all positions and defend all positions.
Okay. All right. That's very important. In pro basketball, the taller you are, and the more positions you can play, really helps. That really helps. It's something that I'm looking forward to teaching you how to use those things. Unfortunately, our camp in Las Vegas this month of May was canceled because of the pandemic, but I'm looking forward to having time. I was looking forward to having time with some of my guys on the court, and it's an art to it. You know, guys our size, it's an art to being able to score, right? Of course, we know when you play overseas, you have to be able to score. That's why they employ you to come over to the country, is so that you can take on the burden of scoring. It is what it is. It isn't going to change, but that's a good thing to know, that they need you to do that. And if you guys don't win, then you guys don't score, we don't win, right? So very simple, man. If the Americans don't score, we don't win. So we have to have that mindset of I have to be able to score. I have to beat my man who's checking me. Of course, be able to get to the paint and try to distribute or try to make the shots from very close in within the paint. So it's one of those things where it's an art to playing basketball at each position, right? And so, I look forward to when this is over, having a chance to teach you my philosophy and on how I see playing basketball from different angles, from the top of the key, from the wing, from the paint, from wherever. It's an art to it. And so it's one of those things where, I can't expect you, Anton, to know what those things are because you haven't played pro basketball before. So those are things that I'm willing to teach you, and things I'm looking forward to teaching you. And along with a host of our new guys that are just coming aboard, is getting some gym time with you guys, man. That's what I'm looking forward to. Unfortunately, we were canceled in Vegas, but I was looking forward to that, to seeing some of our guys in Las Vegas and having time to teach. That's what I really love about basketball, is that I'm able to teach it. That's one of the beautiful things about it, is you can teach it to kids who are 10 years old, all the way up to guys who are 30 years old that want to learn the game, 35 years old that still want to learn the game. I don't care how old you get, you can always learn something new about life and also basketball. Very important, man. Very important. Talk to me a little bit about I think I asked you the other day about the beaches in Myrtle Beach. I know you said you hadn't heard a lot about it, but I saw some disturbing pictures about the beach in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Did you hear anything about that? That was disturbing, man, to see how people were not social distancing.
Everybody is out here not taking care, watching their health and being close together, even when the world is in a pandemic. So I feel like they're not taking their health seriously. All they're doing is taking social distancing for granted, and they just want to have fun, but they're not really watching their health, because anybody can get the virus. It can spread to anybody. So it's just a crazy idea of them all gathered together in one social spot just to be together and hang around and have fun instead of distancing themselves away from people.
Right. It's one of those things I tell all of my guys, man, please, just be careful. Just do what you're told to do, and you gotta stay away from large crowds. Gotta stay away from large crowds, man. Until your state and your governor tells you guys when you guys can go back, and of course, I'm doing the same thing. Just waiting to see when we are given the okay to resume regular life. Hey, is there anybody that you want to give a shout out to? Anyone that may be listening from your family that you want to say hello to? A teammate or anyone you want to say hello to while we're live?
No, sir.
No? Okay. All right. While we got you on here, man, we'll get you to share your social media handle so that people that are listening, in case they have questions about what you're doing, your routine, how to become a pro, or they want to ask you questions about our TMBT family, we'll get you to share your social media and your email if you want to, whatever you want to share.
You can follow me on Twitter at IamAW_. You can follow my Instagram here at ANT.0NN. And you can follow my Snapchat at Hoopstunner23.
Okay. Perfect, man. We wanted to, of course, we see a lot of our guys tuning in. A lot of your TMBT brothers are tuning in to kind of wish you luck and support you. We see some of those guys, Tyler Jackson, and a couple of those other guys tuning in. What are you looking forward to when this pandemic is over with? What are you looking forward to most? Two-part question. From your normal life, and then what are you looking forward to most with basketball?
I'm looking forward for basketball to pave my way into the professional leagues and to make a name for myself, make a brand for myself. And in my normal life, I want to give back to those who gave to me, like put my mom in a nicer house and to set my sisters and my brothers, set them up for success in the future so they could follow me, like see that I could chase my dreams so that they'll give them the willpower to chase their dreams as well.
Right. Good, man. It makes you a leader because you have people that are following you, your sisters and your siblings that you mentioned. So you have to set the example for them. That's not easy to do, especially as a young man. But it's good that you realize that you have people that are watching you that will mimic and are sponging up everything that they see you do. So, in other words, you're a role model. And that's part of being a pro athlete, that you become a role model to young kids, and whether they're family members or people that you don't know. It's part of the job, so you got to conduct yourself properly at all times. Same thing when you travel overseas, same type of thing. You'll be representing our company, but you'll be representing yourself and your family, which is most important, and why we need our guys to follow the plan and give it everything they got. Everything they got. We'll be shutting down here soon. This is number 2 of our TMBT Media Instagram series with Anton Woodberry from Orangeburg, South Carolina. Before we let you go, we want to ask, what would you do? What do you like to do when things are normal? When we get back to a normal life, what is there to do in Orangeburg, South Carolina? What do you do with your friends? What do you guys do? Do you hang with family most, or do you hang with teammates? What do you do outside of basketball? We want to paint the picture of Anton Woodberry not the basketball player, but just the normal, everyday human being. What do you do in South Carolina? What are you looking forward to doing most?
Hanging with my friends, my closest friends at that. Getting together, laughing and joking. Just being around each other, because a lot has happened in the past few days in Orangeburg. I think like 9 people died 2 days ago. Right. So just being there for my friends and, soaking up as much time as we have together before the world opens up and then we go our separate ways.
Right. That's pretty deep. That's pretty deep. That paints a picture of family, and as we all know, family is very important in everything we do. Family, God, and family. They go hand in hand, and so I think family. If you have a strong family and a strong support system, whether it be a family or wife and kids, whatever it is you have, a mother and father, it all adds up, man. Every bit of positive energy that you can receive from your family, it'll help you. Sometimes when you won't feel like going to the gym, then you'll be encouraged by your family to keep pushing. And so you'll be overseas and you may not feel like, you may be missing home, but they will propel you to stay longer and go harder, right? Just knowing that you got somebody back at home pulling for you and fighting for you and sending you positive energy. It really has a way of keeping you going. So I'm very proud of you, very proud of what you're doing. We're honored to have you. I'm a part of our TMBT family, and honored that you would choose us to help you go forward with your pro career. It's very important for me that you understand that. We'll be signing off tonight, Anton Woodberry. We really appreciate you taking time out to be with us tonight and to talk to our fans, to kind of give them an insight, some of our coaches from around the globe, to give them an insight on who you are and trying to paint the picture of the person that you are, that we want them to know you are on the court and off the court as well. Very important. So we thank you, brother, for being with us tonight. We thank everyone for tuning in, all our fans around the world, Argentina, Venezuela, all over. Gracias para compartir este tiempo con nosotros. Te mando un abrazo grande a todos. We appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight. We'll be signing off from here. Thank you, guys.